Hello, beautiful soul family. It's Breanne here. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you guys are all doing wonderful wherever you are on this journey. I was going to do a bit of a mini tarot dive today on Queen Camilla because it is July 17th and it is her 77th birthday today. So I kind of wanted to dig into that. Not anything super specific. I'm just looking to see what's the upcoming energies for the year for her, and just to see kind of energetically from the tarot what's coming out. Prior to coming on here, I was kind of meditating in terms of connecting with the energies and to see what's going on at the moment for this upcoming year for her. And it's kind of interesting because I had two cards I took out at Oracle, and I was shuffling, and one tarot fell out. So I do have the Six of Swords that came out. It'll be interesting to see if this comes out again in the reading that we do here. And I also had another card, which is positive movement forward. And they're both, look at them, both of them on a boat, sailing away, moving away here. Maybe she's moving or something of that matter. But it's kind of interesting because I'm almost getting from this, you know, there could be a sense of maybe her moving away from some of her duties as well. I'm just feeling like this energy of her doing more things solo. I don't know how much she kind of travels, but I feel like she has a bit of a busybody, or she's always doing certain things. And I feel like this year is going to be a time where she is like kind of stepping back a little bit. I don't know if this is her stepping down from duties. Maybe we can see if we can dig into that a little bit more in the tarot. But overall, just looking to see kind of what the movement forward is for Queen Camilla. All right, so let's get started here. Now, before I get started on looking at the overall energies of this year for her, I was going to get a little bit of, pull a few cards just on how does the public view her, and you know, what is her personality? What is coming out in her energy field at this time? So let's take a look. First of all, how does the public view Queen Camilla? All right, so we have the Eight of Pentacles. And the Hierophant here to start off with. So I feel like people, they almost, it's like they have over time gained certain respects for her. I feel like that's the energy here. You know, she could have, you know, picked a lot of pieces up maybe behind the scenes here. But there is this energy, I feel like over time she has gained a lot of respects from certain individuals, whether this be in the royal family or just in general, like the collective's thoughts on Camilla here. Yeah, we have the Ace of Swords as well, and we have the Three of Wands. So yeah, this is gaining, I feel like, a breakthrough with people all over the world here. You know, I think it's kind of, it's a tough topic too, because I think, you know, if you go back and look at how much Princess Diana was adored, you know, and you know, there's certain speculations and conspiracies about what truly happened to her. And then now we've got, you know, Camilla on the scenes here. So I think, you know, there was definitely, it took time, but there is energy to show there's lots of people out there that do respect Queen Camilla here. Interesting. All right. How is, like, let's look at what Queen Camilla is really, what is her personality like? What's her energetically? Let's look at her energetically and her personality. Now, before I pull cards on this one, I do want to say I was getting a few words that were coming in pertaining to Camilla. And again, for a lot of you, let's say royal fans out there, you may not like certain things that I can be relaying here. Of course, this is all alleged. This is just based off of the tarot and my perspective. So again, I will state this is for entertainment purposes only. But in terms of some of the words that I was getting is they were talking about an open order. They're talking about rules, and they also did say the word hypocrisy. So they're kind of certain things describing possibly Queen Camilla here, and they were even talking about an eel, which I found interesting. And when you look at an eel symbolically, I'm feeling like sneaky. An eel is kind of a trickster energy. It's a sneaky energy. So is she being sneaky in the backgrounds? You know, is she up to no good? They were talking about heat as well. So I think there's another word. Let me check my note quickly. Okay, so I had written down the word hypocrisy, but before that, there was heat, the word heat, and we had in the making. So I'm wondering if there's some kind of heat coming out pertaining to maybe something that she was a part of, or it's like she really doesn't want to be a part of any of the something coming out here. I don't know. Well, let's pull the tarot because it was kind of a little bit back and forth. So in terms of that energy, I mean, it's a little bit of her energy feels pretty guarded. I don't feel like she's, that open to others. And I feel like she tries to fly under the radar here, but it feels like something may come out over this year where it could be a little bit of a struggle for her. When I look at her image, like her picture online as well, I mean, she's 77, so things do happen with age, but I do feel like there is a bit of a decline with health. And I do feel like it might be something that could be possibly public here. So anyway, let's dig into the tarot and see what we have for what's going on with her energy. Okay, Seven of Swords right off the bat. That's that sneaky energy. Interesting. Five of Wands. This is conflict. We've got the King of Wands here. The Fool. Interesting. And we have the Death card. Very interesting. So there's kind of this energy of her possibly doing things in the background. This is, it's a little bit hard to see if that glare there. But the Seven of Swords is all about scheming, doing things in the background, lies, deceit. So there's definitely some kind of like conflicted energy that she has within her field here. It could be conflicted energy dealing with, the king, dealing with Charles there as well. But it's kind of interesting that we have the Fool and the Death card as well. Very interesting. So what is her energy all about? What is the Seven of Swords all about? So I do feel like we've got the Two of Pentacles. She's trying to like balance or lots of conflicted energy coming up. She's trying to balance, I feel like, or hide something that she doesn't want to come out. I mean, I'm not trying to make this go in more of a, scheming, dramatic way, but there's lots of drama happening in her energy field here. I mean, to have the Seven of Swords, the Five of Wands, Eight of Swords, it's like she's trying to juggle something here that is coming up here. Let's get another card for the Five of Wands. Okay. So this could even be in relation to one of the kids as well. Yeah, look, it's interesting. We have the Three of Cups coming up, kind of making its way out of there. So it's like it's almost that feeling like on the outside she's one way, or but on the inside she's like completely scheming to do something totally different, so to speak. Um, I'm kind of getting the energy too that she may be a little petty about stuff. Um, Five of Cups, yeah. There's definitely something going on. I'm wondering if this is almost in her energy pertaining to her health as well, because I do keep kind of being dragged off to feeling like her health is going to decline here, maybe quite fast. I'm wondering if she may even end up in the hospital here with that death card in the future of her energy. But this is kind of the Five of Cups. I feel like crying over spilt milk energy too, and I feel like she's really petty about certain things. Um, Interesting. Let's get one more card. What's the energy of Queen Camilla? What's going on in her energetic field? Oh, we got that same card again. We've got that Six of Swords. I wonder if there is a maybe something happens where she steps away from certain duties or she goes towards something different. I just feel her, okay, bottom of the card, we have the Empress. It's like, I get this feeling I see her alone. I see her maybe doing some, I don't know, possibly solo trips or just being alone. Maybe she has a nice little cottage that she's gonna get away to and just spend some time alone and like recuperate here. But that's kind of in her energy. I wanted to look at the momentum of her two. All right, sorry about that. A little bit of an interruption. Okay, so in terms of like her energy though, it's like there's some kind of drama. I feel like some kind of a battle because we have that Five of Wands energy there and that seven and her in that Seven of Swords. So I feel like she's strategically trying to figure out how to move away and like brush her hands clean. I keep seeing someone trying to like brush their hands clean of something. So I don't know if this is some kind of a behind the scenes scandal that she doesn't want to be a part of, but this is what there's some chaotic energy going on behind the scenes, and I feel like she's trying to like just get away from that scene here. I do think she was part of causing some of this conflict here because this is her energy, but she doesn't want to be the one that's blamed for a certain thing that could be coming out here. So it looks like overall, I feel like, let's pull one more card here. Ooh, now there we go. We've got the Queen of Cups, which is that Cancer energy there as well. So overall, it feels like her health is deteriorating with that death card there. So I feel like, we're going to pull some more cards in terms of the energies for this upcoming year for her, but I feel like she's trying to walk away of certain duties or responsibilities here. And it could be very much related to her health because it seems like things are going downhill a little bit. So let's look at, let's pull some tarot and see what does this year look like for Camilla energetically. What is the energy for this year? What does it have in store for her? For her and her health. All right, so we have the moon coming out here, the Two of Pentacles again. So there's definitely something that's she's trying to balance something. I mean, the moon is all about, it could be uncertainty, right? Uncertainty or some kind of a secret that's coming out that I feel like is trying to be kept under wraps here. Yeah, the obstacle is the Eight of Swords. And Eight of Wands, and we have the Sun. Okay. Now, it does feel a little bit, It's like we've got that Ten of Wands on the bottom. So I feel like this upcoming year does feel like a little bit of a burden for her. And I think a lot of a lot of it has to possibly do though with her health. That's what I just strongly keep getting. It's like she's kind of unable. We've got the obstacle with the Eight of Swords there. And this energy is like that feeling of being trapped here. So it could indicate certain like maybe mental health, some mental health going on there. But overall, it's kind of like having your hands tied here. Maybe even sign, I mean, she's quite a small lady, I believe, but this could even indicate like possible, let's say, weight loss issues, or like it's like stress, so much stress causing like weight loss as well. But lots of energy that is suggesting she's feeling trapped here. But let's take a look at the Eight of Wands and the Sun as well, because I do get this feeling that there is something that's going to come out with the Moon card. Some kind of message. It could be pertaining to her health. Let's actually let's pull some oracles on this as we go. Okay, we have protection. So there's some uncertainty almost about protection. You know what's actually interesting about this is I believe, was there not just recently a oh, I might have to look it up, but like a security scare. They were on, her and Charles were at an event, and there was almost a sense of they had to rush because there was some kind of a security scare. I believe it ended up to not be anything. It was maybe like a false alarm, but there's kind of that feeling that she doesn't feel protected, or there's this a bit of I feel like anxiety over not being safe is what it feels like. Let's see if we can get some information about this Two of Pentacles. What is she trying to balance here? Or what is out of balance? Okay, so we do have a trapped card that comes up. Oh, bottom of the deck is secrets as well. So, and that's, okay, interesting. I'm taking this card out here. So it's kind of interesting because, and on the bottom of that, she's also kind of that losing sleep over it. But there's certain secrets with this Moon card, and that's what I was getting. It's like a two-part thing where I feel energetically her health is really gonna possibly decline over the next year, where she may just step down and spend a lot of time focusing on just her being by herself here. I feel like she's gonna spend, I feel like there's a place, I think they have a couple locations or like a couple homes, and there's one in particular I feel like she's gonna be going to and spending a lot of time there. But that's part of it. And then the other part is in terms of like her wanting to like brush her hands clean of a certain secret that she doesn't want to get caught in the middle of, is what it feels like here. I just cut the deck here. So we have bad news and we have karmic lesson here as well. So there's definitely, this is there's something going on with her karma and certain lessons she has to learn. And I feel like that's really going to be a top thing for her for this 77th year of her life. So a lot of karmic lessons coming out, and it's going to be a bit of a burden, it feels like, for her. I mean, I do see her, you know, well, see, it's kind of interesting because before we had that death card. So with the Sun, it's like there is the sense of her kind of getting away and enjoying certain stages of her year, but there's something about there being a big burden in terms of what's happening here, whether this is just her health and she's not generally feeling well, because she also, I think, had her foot bandaged up. She had some kind of a sprain, and then I seen her in heels on top of that, so she's in heels with her spraying. So I mean, I feel like a trooper. She's doing what she needs to do, but at the same time there's definitely some chaotic energy here. Yeah, I wonder if there's definitely something shady, and it feels like that's not any secret. But let's keep going. Let's pull some more cards here. What's this Eight of Swords energy all about? What is the obstacle? Try a different deck here. What is the obstacle of that Eight of Swords? Well, right off the bat, we have the bottom of the card being inside scoop. So there's a closer look, nosy up in your business. So either, you know, there's some inside scoop on something that's coming out. That's for sure. What do we have with this? What is this inside scoop pertaining to? Well, definitely something that's been going on for a while. You've got this one that fell out, says same crap, different day. So nothing new anyway. Ooh, this card's wanting to fall out here. So it is the drama starter. So I think she herself could be a little bit of a drama starter, possibly behind the scenes. Is what it feels like. I'm gonna actually pull a different, let's clarify what's going on with the obstacle. We've got Eight of Swords in the obstacle. What is the obstacle for Queen Camilla? Oh, interesting. So we have the Eight of Swords in reverse. So there's a frustration that something's happening too fast. Or there's like this chaos. There's something, I want to say her being unprepared for something that happens really fast here. Oops. And you know what? It's interesting because I kept getting through this entire thing something about her health really declining. And this is, oh, sorry, I don't know if you guys could see this very well. Let me, with that Eight of or eight, you know, and look at that, eight, she has lots of eights here. So we could even be looking at in the next 8 weeks to 8 months when things really start taking a decline. So if we look at this in terms of these two cards and the placement, the obstacle for her for this year, her 77th birthday, this upcoming year for her, I think this is going to really indicate a decline, something that's happening really fast, a decline in her health here. This is kind of that energy of taking a nosedive here, which is, I think, going to cause her to have to like move away from some of her duties as the royal or one of the royals, right? Yeah, we back up, you see, and at the back of the deck here, we do have that energy of, yeah, look at Hermit mode. I was waiting for the Hermit card to come out. Things kind of, you know, it's a big burden for her. And I think she's gonna have to retreat. So I think she's gonna be spending a lot of time, yeah, look at that, by herself, in this certain home. I feel like I see her in one of her residences of where she really just likes to be outside. So I feel like I see her spending lots of time outside. There's lots of indications showing that. But kind of stepping away from her duties is what it feels like. So that's what I got for you guys. I guess we can pull, I didn't pull a double card here for this Eight of Wands. And this position is what's to come here. So let's see, let's clarify the Eight of Wands. What's to come here for Queen Camilla? All right, so I have a couple cards that flew out. There is, look at that, Ten of Wands, Ten of Wands. So there is definitely like her coming out of the cold here, kind of being cautious and aware. It's like she's gonna try, I feel like, everything she can to slow down the process of what's happening. But when we look at the energy of that Five of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Nine of Wands, it's like facing hardships here. There's hardships and struggles, and I feel like she's having trouble keeping up here because something is declining. Sometimes with that Nine of Wands, that's the energy of, certain, let's say, I guess we could say illnesses, like a chronic illness, just keep coming back to bite you in the butt, so to speak. So I feel like that's really going to progress here. And it feels like there's news. This is going to be something that's going to be publicly made, some news that's going to come out here. So, I mean, when I feel like this is her being isolated, I mean, it could even indicate her having to go to the hospital here. But with the potential outcome here, I feel like this is the energy of her being able to be, let's say, released, or being able to go and enjoy her time outside in maybe one of her cottages or something of that matter here. But, with also a double clarification of two Tens of Wands here, this is definitely a burden to her. It's interesting, time to go. So this is her time to go, which is, quite interesting. I don't know if this is her time to literally go and leave this earthly plane, or if this is her time to go and disconnect from certain duties, certain royal duties, and just focus on her own health and well-being here. And the last card that wanted to fly out there was also the Observer. So the main message I'm getting with this is kind of like it's time for her to go and observe, maybe from the sidelines here. Observe from a distance. All right, lovely soul family. That's what I have for you guys for a bit of a tarot dive for Queen Camilla's upcoming year, and certain challenges that may come up pertaining to her health, and possibly a secret coming out. So kind of interesting. I guess we'll have to see how it all unfolds, and maybe we'll get some of that inside scoop. All right, I'm sending you guys all lots of love and blessings wherever you are on this journey, and until next time, bye for now.